All right, in this lesson, we're going to be going over some information, getting ready for a quiz here on some of the MCA topics. As always, I'd have a pencil paper out trying these questions along with me instead of just watching this video. Okay, so the first one is to graph this equation. And if you have no idea, remember you can always use Desmos. But basically, when you have x on the bottom here, this is going to make that ninja star shape. So the easiest way is just to either use Desmos or to do transformation. So I'll give you a minute to try it before watching the solution. Okay, so what I do here is just that's the parent 1 over x. So all that happens here is this number in the back goes up or down. In this case, it goes up 2, and then this would be to the left 3. Remember, the left to right is opposite. So we go left 3, up 2. Okay, and then I would just draw in some dotted lines right there. Those are your asymptotes. This one would be x equals -3. That would be your vertical, and here's your horizontal asymptote is at y equals 2. And then just draw this shape. Technically, it's going to be stretched a little bit because this is a 3, not a 1. So if you want to be 100% accurate, try to draw it stretched out a little bit from the asymptotes. But it's going to look like that is going to be the graph of this equation. All right, and then on Desmos, what it would look like, you just type in y equals 3 divided by, I think it was x plus 3, and then plus, what was it? Plus 2 on the end there. Okay, and then you can see it right there. And if you ever want to plot the asymptotes, you can actually do that too. Just type y equals 2, that was 1. Looks good. And then x equals -3. We can see those are the asymptotes we thought they should be. So our graph seems to match up what we got by doing it by hand there. Okay, one more for you to practice graphing. Okay, and this is the same thing, ninja star, except there is no left to right because there's nothing here. So all we're going to go is down 4, right? So our asymptotes will be the y-axis there. And then this one would be at y equals -4. And then our other asymptote is right here. It's kind of hard for me to draw that even on there, but that's just x equals 0 or the y-axis. Okay, and then we're going to draw our shape. The only thing is it's going to be flipped. So the normal shape is here and here, and now it's going to get flipped because it's negative. So I'm going to draw it, my ninja star sort of flipped around to the other two quadrants. Okay, going backwards. Now you got to write the equation, right? So pause the video, give this a shot. All right, so my thought here is this one, here's the center of it. And so we went to the right 3, and we went down 5. Okay, so that means if I want to go right 3, I need an x -3 here. Remember, the left to right is opposite. And then to go down 5, you need a -5 there. And then on the top, you know, it's hard to tell if there's any stretch or compress here. I'm just going to put the default 1. Technically, it might be a 2 or a 3 or something like that, but like, you know, that's at least the general setup. And on a test here, I would just look that you have like the -3 and the -5. I wouldn't care too much about what number was up here, but I'm going to use the default 1 of 1. Okay, one more like this, just to give you the asymptotes and then write the equation. Okay, again, hopefully you're trying all these first, but I would just sketch it out. So here's an asymptote of y equals 4. That's going to hit the y-axis right at 4 there. And then x -1, I would draw that other asymptote right there. So now the graph likely looks something like this. And so all I really did there is I knew I went to the, we went to the left by 1 and up 4. So when I do my transformations in my equation, I want to have an up 4 here and a left 1 on the bottom. So I'm going to add 1 there to make it go left 1. And again, I'm just going to use my default number of 1 on the top. Okay, and that equation would definitely have those for its asymptotes. Okay, so switching gears, the other concepts on this quiz will be like simplifying expressions and then adding or subtracting rational expressions. So I encourage you to pause the video on this. The key here is really just know how to factor. Like if you know how to factor, then it should be okay to simplify. So pause the video, give it a shot. Okay, so the top thing is, actually maybe I'll do the bottom first. So you want to make it multiply to 14 and add to 9x. So basically we know the back, the front two, oh sorry, this should have been a square. Sorry, I messed that up. So anyways, that would make this x and x here. All right, and then the other two numbers got to add up to 14. Multiply to 14, but add to 9. So the things that multiply to 14 are 1 times 14, and then 2 times 7. So we're going to use 2 and 7. Okay, and then on the top, all that's different here is like you have 0 x's in the middle. So they have to multiply to negative 49 and add up to 0. All right, so I'm going to make two little binomials with x and x, and then multiply to negative 49 but add to 0 are positive 7 and negative 7. Okay, and once you get it split apart, this is actually kind of the fun part. Now you just cancel out anything that's common. So wipe those out, and that would leave us with x minus 7 over x plus 2. Okay, and that's the simplified version of that expression. Okay, one more like that, at least one more like that. See if you can factor it and simplify it. Okay, so the top part here is just a DCF factor, pull out an x. And then on the bottom, this is where I'm going to multiply it at 28 and add to 11. So it's going to be x plus 4 and x plus 7. Here's the things that multiply to 28. 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. And the one that you want is 4 and 7. And once you're here again, you have matching x plus 4, so those cancel out. So we're left with x on the top and x plus 7 on the bottom. And that's a cleaned up version of what we started with. Okay, adding. Again, I'll have you pause the video, give this a shot first. All right, the key to the add or subtract ones are you just got to make sure the denominators match. And they already match here, which is great. So you just keep the denominator and then add the numerators. So an x and a 3x makes 4x added together, and then a 3 and a 5 added together is 8. Okay, and then the part that's tricky is we're not done because you want to simplify this fraction, which is what we were working on these previous examples. Okay, so on this one, it doesn't simplify a ton, but out of the top, you could actually pull out a 4. So I'm going to factor out a 4. And then at this point, the 2 and the 4 divide by 2 each. So this will clean up to be just 1x on the bottom, or just x, and then divide that by 2. So we're going to end up with a 2 in front instead of a 4. Okay, so again, these are kind of becoming a 1 and a 2. And so that's our most simplified answer. And in a multiple choice quiz or whatever, it would always be cleaned up like that. Okay, let's try one where the denominators don't match. All right, so the tricky part here is like, how the crap do we get these to match? So the key is to factor, right? And to realize that like this one, if it factors to, it's got to multiply to negative 12. So I know it's going to be one negative thing and one positive thing. I should call them factors, not things, I guess. But then for 12, I think it's 3 and 4 with the 4 positive and the 3 negative. That'll make positive 1 in the middle there. Okay, and once I have that, I can say, oh, hey, so to make the denominators match, this denominator is just missing the x plus 4. So I can take the top and bottom here times x plus 4. All right, so what that's going to be then is we'll distribute this up top. So we'll have 4x plus 16, and I'm going to keep the denominator in factored form. right? So keep it separate. The other fraction isn't changing. It already had the denominator we wanted. Sorry for the bad handwriting there. Maybe I'll try to clean that up. X plus 2. Sorry, I'm writing on this little pad. It's kind of hard for me to write, to be honest. So at this point, you just keep the denominator. And then up top, your numerator, combine any like terms. So we have an 4x and an x, so that's going to be 5x. And then a 16 and a 2 is 18. And we should see if this cleans up at all, but it looks like there's no way to really factor the top, so it doesn't clean up at all. And that's our final answer. All right, that's all I got for the review. Thanks for watching.